in part one of this problem, we already figured out that this was an exponential function. In the second part of this problem, we're supposed to actually try to find the equation. Well, we know the equation of the exponential function has an a out front and a b and an x. We also know that it only takes 2 points to actually find the equation of an exponential function, so I'm going to use the nicest points I see in this table. I'm going to use those two. Now, what does this mean? The first one says that if I plug in 3 for x and 1 for y, it's supposed to work, right? So I'm going to put in 1 is equal to a times b to the third, like that. The next one says if I put in 5 for y and 5 for x, it's also supposed to work. So I put in a 5 for y, I put in, well, a is just a, I put in a 5 for x, and I get that. I'm just going to take equation 2 and divide by equation 1. Well, 5 divided by 1 is just 5. That's not so bad. A times b to the 5th divided by a times b cubed is just b squared. I take the square root of both sides. Let's see here, how do we want to do this? We'll just take the square root. How would we do this? Plus or minus 5 is equal to b, but b has to be positive, so we're just going to get that b is the square root of 5, which is not bad. Now finish this up, or 5 to the 1/2 if you like, whichever is nicer. Now, in order to find a, I need to plug this value of b back into one of those two equations. I'm going to put it back into equation 1. Putting it back into equation 1, I'm going to get 1 equals a times 5 to the 1/2 quantity cubed, like that. Remember, when we take 5 to the 1/2 to the 3, we multiply the 1/2 and 3 to get 3 halves. So we're going to get 1 is equal to a times 5 to the 3 halves, and we solve for a. A is just going to be 1 over 5 to the 3 halves, or if you like, 5 to the minus 3 halves, like that. So there's our value of a. Here's our value of b. What I'd like to do is just put these both back in and see how painful it looks. A is just 5 to the minus 3 halves. B is 5 to the 1/2, so this is going to be 5 to the x over 2. Now notice, by the way, that the exponents, I can add the exponents there, and so what we're actually going to get is just 5 to the x minus 3 over 2, which actually looks pretty nice.